going to be talking about the movie Wonder Woman. Now, I actually saw Wonder Woman twice. Once on opening day with my boyfriend, and then again 2 days later with my father. So I clearly liked the movie enough to go see it twice. Now, I don't really know much about Diana or Wonder Woman's origins. All I know really with Wonder Woman is some cartoon stuff and obviously Batman vs Superman. Now, I am a DC fan. I like DC way more than I like Marvel, and I do like Marvel with saying that. So, maybe my review will be a tad biased towards DC because unlike a lot of people, I did love Batman vs Superman and I did love Suicide Squad. So my review is not going to be for everyone. So I really appreciate with Wonder Woman how they kind of brought the story into present day, but also taking us back to her origin. So the movie starts with Diana receiving a package from Bruce Wayne, and the package is this photograph that we actually see in Batman vs Superman, but now it's Diana reflecting on what this photograph means to her. So essentially this photograph is of this group that she's with in Wonder Woman, and it's a very different dynamic from the start of the film, and it gradually gets darker. So at the start of the film, Diana is a young girl and she's training and kind of learning more about the legend of her, even though she doesn't really know it's about her. So it's building up to when Diana is older and she's now been training for years, and she kind of accidentally activates her power. So while Diana is surprised and excited of, oh my god, what did I just do? This is when Steve also comes into her life. So with Steve, other enemies come, and it's kind of a huge reveal of this world she knew and loved isn't all there is. There is more. There is men that she didn't know about. So Steve, obviously, she's interested in trees, but she's also scared because what does this mean? And when he reveals information about the war and who he is and where he's come from, obviously Diana believes that the god Eris, god of war, has come upon Earth. So now it's her mission to go fight the god of war. It's her mission to destroy Eris. So you kind of have this mythological idea of Diana and kind of her disbelief of what is happening in the world. And then you also have Steve with his logic, like it's human nature, it's just what people do essentially, but he's on her side the whole time. He never downgrades anything she says. So my favorite thing about Wonder Woman is they don't make her out to be insane or stupid. He encourages her. And so it's kind of a relief as an audience to believe all the characters that they have the right intention to do the right thing. And we know, like, Wonder Woman is right. We know, like, her crazy idea of this god could be possible because we are watching a superhero movie. So we kind of resonate with Steve where, like, she's kind of crazy, but we're going along with it. We're going along for this ride. And I really like how they presented Steve as a character, and they just... the chemistry between Chris Pine and Gal Gadot, I probably said her name wrong, I'm horrible with names, but their chemistry is fantastic. Between Steve and Diana, they have this wonderful chemistry that is not forced and is very believable in the progression. So it's not thrown straight in your face. It's very sexual when they meet because this is the first men she's ever seen, and there is a bar scene which I love, and it's kind of in your face, like she's seeing this guy for the first time, but it's not overly sexual and he doesn't force it. He kind of just goes with the flow, like he's embarrassed to be caught at first, but at the same time he's like, well, she's already seen it, I'm just going to get dressed. So I like how they didn't push it too much to be, oh, well, now we're seeing each other, like, I've seen you naked were a thing, which they always try and do in movies, and usually it's great because usually it's a romantic comedy or whatever and it fits, but not for this film. How they handled the relationship, the friendship aspect of it, the getting to know you, and the romantic aspect of their relationship is really well handled in this film. And it's a nice relief because especially with, we know from Batman vs Superman that obviously Diana is immortal and Steve obviously is not. So we know, like, we're building up for this relationship that isn't going to last. So the way they handle it is really well. And I don't want to give away spoilers or anything, but the way they kind of develop that relationship fully for the movie and then kind of conclude it at the same time, it's really powerful because we understand why this photograph means so much to Diana, and we understand kind of her as a person, what she cares about and what made her who she is to be so powerful, and like her justice and fight system, because obviously God of War, like this is in Wonder Woman, obviously he is not still around in modern present times for Batman vs Superman or Justice League. What is her motivation now? So we kind of learn this is her original motivation to what is her motivation now. So they handled the characters incredibly well. They handled the storyline incredibly well. And the cinematography for the movie is amazing. Whether it's on the island, which is just this magical, incredible place, to London, which is dark and dreary, to the final battle sequence, which is incredibly well done. The special effects were amazing with how they did, again, spoilers, but they kind of do like this metal suit and it looks incredible. I only saw the movie in 2D, so I imagine this movie would have looked amazing in 3D, especially that particular part. A thing about this movie I'll give it props to, it kind of does like a twist of the villain, and I honestly didn't see it coming. I'm usually really good at predicting villains and bad guys that usually, like, the twist is wasted on me because I already basically knew what was happening and didn't care for the twist. But this one actually took me by surprise. And on second viewing, I was kind of looking out for clues that would have given away on the first viewing. I honestly couldn't pick up any clues. Like, they hit it well. And so the twist was more effective in the regard of I didn't see it coming. And it was also like a smart twist because he's not doing it for villainous intentions of wanting to kill or hurt Diana, but he wants to prove his point of view and prove to Diana, like, this is correct. Like, it's not just this that you thought it was, but it's also this. It's a mixture of things. And so in a way he is a villain because he's doing these bad things. He's about to release this gas and like he let it happen, like he helped them create it. And another way he is just showing that humans are like this in general, and even though he's kind of the muse for it all, he is not the one that's controlling them. Like, they could obviously decide, well, I had this idea but I'm not going to go through with it. So I think it was really smart how they did the villain role, and really, like, all the characters are really smart. The performances are fantastic. Obviously, Gal and Chris are the absolute standouts of this film, and I'm really excited for Justice League. They don't really reference it much in this film. Obviously, there's only a small interaction between Diana as she receives the photograph, and then at the end she writes Bruce an email basically thanking him for the photograph and thanking him for bringing Steve back to her. So it's kind of really a sweet sentimental moment because she's laying Bruce in without exactly explaining, and then it's also at the end she kind of puts on her suit and goes into the city. So like it's leading up to Justice League, it's leading up to that she's still fighting for what she believes in and the reason of why she now fights. It's not God of War anymore, it's not some mythological thing, it's not something she was born to do or created to do, or it's now what she believes in. So Diana is such a wonderful character, and I really enjoyed Wonder Woman. I loved it upon first viewing, and then when I saw it the second time, I loved it just as much. There are some jokes in there which are still as funny as they were originally, and as I said before, I didn't see the villain twist coming even second viewing, and I looked out for a lot of clues and I honestly didn't see it coming. If you did see it coming, I'm interested in maybe what clues you saw that I missed. The film actually made me cry in where Steve is concerned. If you've seen the film, you know what I'm talking about, and if you haven't, I don't really want to talk about it because spoilers, but it's basically where their relationship meets its peak, and I'm really glad that they kind of decide to change the war, because I know in the comic book they were in World War II and Steve was around for much longer before like their relationship really peaked, and where this one they decided to concentrate on World War One, and I think it's more suitable for this story and more suitable for the presentation, and I just really appreciate what they did for the movie, and I'm really excited if there's a sequel of just Diana, and of course I'm excited for Justice League. Like I said before, I loved Batman vs Superman and Suicide Squad, and I really do love DC. I love all the Batman movies, with the exception for Batman Begins. I wasn't huge on that. But I'm actually one of the people that love Batman and Robin, so judge of that what you will. And I'm really excited to see where Justice League takes us. My biggest problem with DC is that they don't really give post-credits. I'm kind of mixture about that, because I like the post-credits. I like knowing what, like, I like being teased for the next film. But at the same time, with it so overdone with Marvel, I'm actually relieved DC doesn't do it. So I'm kind of conflicted of how I feel about that. If you like the post-credits by Marvel, or if you hate that DC doesn't do it, like, let me know what you think. Like, do you think films should have post-credits, or do you think films are overdoing it? Because when I went to see Pirates of the Caribbean, that had a post-credits, and when I saw the movie Rough Night, it actually has some scenes spread out through the credits. I feel like a lot of movies are overdoing it, and I feel like some movies actually do need it. Like, I think DC would benefit from it, especially after Wonder Woman. Like, so many people are praising this film, so if they tease Justice League, I feel like it would win it over a bit more, because a lot of people are still on edge following Batman vs Superman and Suicide Squad, going, oh well, DC isn't as good as Marvel, why should we care, blah blah blah. Where like me on the other hand, I'm like, I'm so excited, like, give me more DC. So let me know your thoughts on that. Let me know what you thought of Wonder Woman, and thank you as always for watching, and I hope you liked my Batman theme dress top thing. I bought this a week ago and wore it to Supernova, so I kind of felt like I fitted in. And again, I love this movie. I highly recommend going to see it at the cinema if you haven't yet. I will definitely be buying it on DVD and having a huge DC marathon, because why not? And my next video should be Rough Night, as I went to see that and briefly just mentioned it. Yeah, thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you next time.